MBA UNC program is a really interesting program. To be honest, when I first heard about it, I thought, how are you going to teach a lot of this very in-depth material at in an online manner? But then when I learned about the program, it's really a unique approach in terms of there's two pieces, what we call the async and the sync. The async is essentially the lead professors that have created the course content will deliver lectures primarily through on video that the students can watch. There's lots of interesting ways to share the concepts and get across through the videos. And so the students will watch that in what's called the async, because it happens asynchronously. Whenever they're available, they can watch that. And it's usually a couple of hours of content every week. And then they'll come together for what's called a sync session, and they will be in an Adobe Connect classroom online with 14 other students and a section professor. And in that sync session, you'll discuss what they learned in the async to make sure that they can actually apply it. So they get a lot of theory and examples in the async, and then they actually have to apply it in the sync session. And I think this interesting approach of the async, where you get primarily the theory and examples, and then the sync where you put it into practice, is a really good methodology to get the concepts across. It's amazing how much of a connection you make with students online, and the other thing that's really surprising with the students online is the connections they make with each other. So there is a very strong connection, much stronger connection than we had ever thought was possible between the students. One of the great things about the program is it's a built-in network, right? You're meeting people from other industries, from other companies that you never would have met before, people that are also going to be growing in their careers, or actually have attained high levels in their careers that are not only would be great friends, but could be useful from a career standpoint. And so they're built in the program is this great network that they get just from being in the program, and then of course access beyond that to the alumni of Kenan-Flagler and Carolina that they've got as well. Some of the things I really like about the online teaching is the fact that, again, the very small classrooms, instead of sometimes in daytime program I've got 30, 40 students, and then some of the tools. I can do polls very quickly, very easily, and get the students' input on what they would do with it if they were running the business, and then have a discussion on that. I can bring up PowerPoints or Excel, or do drawing. The other thing I really like about it is breakout rooms. So I can send them to breakout rooms and bring them back in an online world, and I can bounce between breakout rooms very easily. The biggest benefit, well, there's a lot of benefits. It's the ability to reach a lot of people in a lot of different areas, and the ability to give flexibility to the students is key. From an instructor standpoint, there will still be that intimacy, that connection with the students. It's from a personal schedule standpoint, it's fantastic. I mean, most of our classes are in the evening, so you'll do your work during the day. Take a break, go eat supper, and then go up for a couple hours, do your course in your home office, and then you're done. Right? There's no traveling to the university or any of that. It's very simple, very straightforward. The content, pretty much for the most part, between the programs stays the same, but it's how do I adapt it for that particular content that that student and learning environment. How can I make it come to life in that type of format? It's incumbent on us to show that we've got the same rigor, same standards, same quality that we have in our other programs, and that's something that we focused on since day one, that we said if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. One is I think it's going to be more accepted. I believe there'll be more tools that people can use as technology advances. That's going to only make the experience better. And I think as more instructors teach, they'll learn new ways to apply the technology and new ways to improve the experience. And it's just going to become a better experience as we go through time.